Fitter High School Hoops presented by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside North Pocono High School. We're in Covington Township, Lackawanna County. Tonight, it's a Lackawanna League Division II showdown between division champ Wallenpaupack and North Pocono. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob I, joined tonight courtside by Mr. Basketball himself, Doug Walsh. And Doug, there's a lot to play for tonight. Last regular season game of the year. The 5A standings are jumbled. Abington Heights is on top as we take a look at them. But there's still a lot to play for, as I mentioned, for these two teams.
Yep. Paupack is currently the 3 seed. If they lose, they could drop to 4. You want to stay out of 4 because that's Abington's side of the bracket. North Pocono can still climb a spot, get a home game. So this game has some meaning.
It absolutely does. Wallenpaupack, as I mentioned, they are the division champs. Their best player, Landon Calabrese, is out tonight because of an injury. So our other Bathfitter spotlight player, Justin Blanding, will have to step up.
Well, you know, he gets them organized. He's only a junior, but he gets them organized. He's a real good passer. He sees the floor well. He gets his guys scoring chances at 5 assists per game. He posts guys up because he's got some good size. He's now the leading scorer, and you got to check him because he can shoot some threes.
North Pocono playing good basketball. It's senior night, so we'll talk about a senior. Our other Bathfitter spotlight player is Matt Sedata.
On a senior-laden team, he's got the best numbers on a balanced club. He's getting 11 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 2 assists, and a steal. He had 13 against Valley View, and he's coming off a 15-point game in the win against Honesdale.
So keys to the game. We talked to both coaches. They gave us some keys, brought to you by Blaze Alexander. First for the visitors, the Buckhorns.
Well, they won the rebounding battle the first time they played, and that was the difference in the ball game. And they want to they want to stay disciplined on the defensive end. Don't chase. Stay in your own lane, as the saying goes. And for North Pocono, they had some timely turnovers late in the game last time, so they got to limit their turnovers. And they have 5 guys that have scored 175 points or more. When they share the ball, they're very effective.
Playoff points are on the line. It's the last regular season game. It's Wallenpaupack and North Pocono. Opening tip, starting lineups are out the way.
You're watching Bathfitter High School Hoops presented by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships, only on MyTV WQMY.
Our national anthem tonight, performed by the North Pocono Chorus. Here are your starters, brought to you by the Medicus Urgent Care. For the Wallenpaupack, coming in at 14-7, it's Justin Blanding, Drew Kiesendahl, Kevin Wertman, Jordan Santiago, and Jake Holbert. For North Pocono, 12-9, coming in 6-6 into the division. Max Gentile, Noah West, Josh Staples, Matt Sedita, and Cole West. So we are all set for this Division II game. A lot of playoff points on the line. There are your officials tonight, Al Mundley, Michael Burnside, and Mike Conlow. 47-44, their last meeting. It was Wallenpaupack. In fact, Paupack just 1-5 against North Pocono in their last 5 games, but something to play for, as we talked about in pregame. Doug, what are you looking for early on?
Well, North Pocono is going to try to push the ball up the floor. Wallenpaupack going to be a little bit more disciplined. I think the score is going to be a little higher than the 40s this time around.
They do run. It is down to the freshman Cole West and blocked out of bounds.
Now they're going to push it at all costs. Coach Shields has always liked to play an up-tempo type game. You see them out in transition early.
Underneath the basket, North Pocono coming in, averaging 51 points per game. Sedita almost lost it. This is back out to Gentile.
Paupack straight man-to-man. Both teams will play a lot of man-to-man.
North Pocono in the white with the red trim. Purple for Wallenpaupack with the white trim. Hey, we had this matchup in football this year up at North Pocono as well, so why not get the basketball teams involved? Last regular season game for both going to the playoffs. Where they land, don't know. Sedita in the lane, no good. And it's 6'4" Holbert pulling it down into the corner. Nice three-pointer by Wortman.
Yeah, good job by Holbert getting it off the glass and pushing it up the floor, finding Wortman.
11-3 of the season for the 5'11" senior. Sedita, no good. Gentile pulls it away. And we'll slow it down for the Trojans. North Pocono beat West the other day, 46-39.
That outlet pass was a little too deep.
Nice give and go, Cole West.
You see Gentile up on Blanding to slow him down, try to slow the pace a little bit for Paupack.
Blanding will run the point a lot, and he's in the lane, and thought he got fouled, but he'll put it up, and three-point lead.
Well, he's probably better off they didn't call a foul because he got a wide open look.
Good early defense from Wallenpaupack, and there is Jim McGinnis, 6th season, 88-47 overall. He, of course, a star at Wallenpaupack.
He used to play in our AAU program many moons ago. He was a pretty good player in his own right. So was Coach Shields.
Absolutely. Noah West gives it off to Matt Sedita, and they'll set it back up in their half-court offense.
Now you see Pocono run a lot of back screens and down screens, and they'll run the flex offense too as well.
Sedita into the lane, goes out of bounds. Wallenpaupack just giving up 45 points per game. They're coming off a loss. Everyone's lost to Abington this year. But before that, they beat West by 2. West had a chance at the buzzer to win the game. That was 47-45 up at Wallenpaupack.
Now they're still trying to find their way now without Calabrese in the lineup. This is be the 4th game without him, so they're kind of almost starting all over again.
They were going to be without Calabrese in the playoffs no matter what because of the transfer rule. And we have a foul on the shot. Staples is going to shoot 3.
Yeah, they're going to get Holbert. He didn't let him land. If that shooter goes up, he's allowed to come straight down. And Mike McConnell said, you didn't let him land, so
there's
give him the 3.
There's our friend Pat Shields, 18th season overall. 200 wins as the Trojan coach.
And they honored him before the game with the basketball for his 200th win. Congratulations to Coach Shields. You see now, you got to let him come down. And Holbert did not let him come down.
66% on the year for the junior Staples. Against Delaware Valley this year, he had a high of 15. That's his high for the season.
You don't see anybody on North Pocono really, not too often getting over 20, but they all get, there's 5 guys and they all average between 8 and 11, so they share the ball pretty well.
Turnover by the Buckhorns, an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Oh, Gentile had Staples on cutting underneath and couldn't get it to him.
Yeah. As soon as Gentile let it go, he said, I should have thrown a bounce pass.
Oh, that old bounce pass. That's a lost start.
Yes, it is a lost start. I'd like to see it come back to the game.
I would too. So still a 2-point lead, 3 minutes into this contest. I mean, Workman's feeling he must like it here. That's 2 threes.
Well, he came off a double from Kiesendahl and Wortman. They had it set up that Holbert down screen, and they freed him up for another 3.
He's getting the start probably over, like with Calabrese out.
Well, there's a lot more shots to be had without Calabrese in the lineup.
Tough defense. Staples in, no foul called, and it'll remain Trojan ball. Pat Shields not happy about that.
Nor are the North Pocono faithful.
Thought Staples got fouled. Here you go again.
Yeah. It used to be the old thing, you make the call. Now, that would have been Holbert's second in the first 4 minutes of the ball game, so he dodged a bullet there.
Home team down 5. Sedita connects.
Easendall wasn't out far enough on him. Sedita said, okay, I'll take it if you're going to give me that much room.
Wortman again. They're going to have to play on him now. Blanding's going to try, and that's going to be short. Holbert, though, with a nice rebound. Tallest guy on the court, and he little turnaround jumper.
Yeah, good read by Holbert. He knew it was going to be short. He knew where it was coming off the rim.
Sedita powering, and he'll go out of bounds and see if they give us our under 4. So a media timeout, 5-point lead for Wallenpaupack. We'll be right back.
Tonight's Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships marquee matchup features two big fellas who've been hot lately. Jake Holbert has scored in double figures in 7 of Paupack's last 10 games, and the other 2, he's had 9. Cole West has been steady for the Trojans, getting to double digits in 4 of the last 5 games, and he also is averaging 7 rebounds in those games. Look for these 2 players to have an impact as tonight's Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships marquee matchup.
So 10-5 is the score. A couple threes from Wortman have the Paupack Buckhorns out, and we have a foul. Holbert in the lane. He'll go to shoot 2. It's maybe against Cole West, the freshman. We just talked about him. Nope, it's going to be Sedita with his first.
Well, it looks like they came out of that timeout with the design play, 4 out, 1 in, and they wanted to post Holbert up.
So Jake Holbert to the line, the senior.
Yeah, you see he's got good footwork, good spin inside, but they had him cleared out. They gave him a lot of room inside to operate.
77% on the year. It's 1 of 2. So a 6-point lead now. What do you want to see better for North Pocono?
Well, they can't get the pace going because they're scoring. It's hard to run when you take the ball out of the net and take it out of bounds, so they have to tighten up the defensive end so they can get out in transition.
Staples with the lane, and it's blocked by Holbert. No foul, but it will remain Trojan ball underneath.
Now look for them to come right out into the flex offense here and try to get a little baseline screen.
Not really a post-up team, North Pocono. Tallest guy is this guy, 6'2". They are athletic, though. Noah West, and they say he hit it out of bounds.
Yeah. So far, the defense of Wallenpaupack is pretty good, pretty stout. They're doing a real good job keeping the ball out of the lane. When they do get in the lane, there's all kinds of guys around them, as you see there.
So back, Blanding pulls it down. Wortman, already 2 threes. Drew Kiesendahl, quarterback on the football team. Wortman thought about it, looking for his shot tonight.
Yeah, they're going to take advantage of their size, too, now. Santiago's in there, and it's kind of a big, husky lineup that Wallenpaupack is in there right now.
Nice cut. Blocked behind by Noah West on Santiago. Cole West can't make the left-handed layup, and then his brother Noah hit it out of bounds.
You see they were able to get out in transition, though, off that defense. Had the good block down to one end, and then good, strong move there. Just couldn't finish Cole West.
So still a 6-point lead for Wallenpaupack, with 7 losses on the year. Blanding pushes his way underneath.
Well, they isolated him on the one side of the 2-man game, and then they let him go to work by himself.
And Noah West is going to push it the other way, and he'll get rewarded at the line for 2.
Yeah, see the good strong move, and a little bump there by Wortman. A little too much chest.
Noah just a 54% free throw shooter on the line. Had a high this year of 14 against Riverside. And gets the home roll.
This isn't the easiest gymnasium to shoot in. They got tight rims, and the background at the one end's a little deeper than the other. You don't see too many guys lighting it up in this gymnasium too often.
That was short, and he knew it. He came in to get the rebound. Again, you get 5 fouls per quarter in this year in high school basketball, and then it resets after every quarter. Landing against the smaller Gentile, just forces his way down, and Pat Shields wants to call a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, they're going to have to make an adjustment because with Gentile guarding Blandon, Blandon knows that he can take him off the dribble almost any time. You see, it's just a little bit too strong. They may have to go help him when he's posting up, maybe go double team him, maybe have him get rid of it, but he's too strong.
So 4 points for Blanding, and again, the last time they met was January 15th up at Wallenpaupack, and it was a close game, 47-44. Landon Calabrese had 24 points in that game. That's what Wallenpaupack has to make up tonight.
Yeah, there's a, he had 115 field goals. He's averaging 18. He had 32 threes. So there's a lot more offense that these guys have to pick up with in the absence of Calabrese.
Well, the good thing is, not good that he's out injured, but they were able to play with him before the playoffs, knowing even after the District 2 decision that they wouldn't have him.
Right. Yeah, he was always going to be ineligible.
Let's see after the Pat Shields timeout with North Pocono comes out in. A little better movement so far on offense. Double dribble.
Yeah. When you miss it and it hits your hand and falls to the ground, some guys will say that when we used to play, that was your dribble, that was it. And then he started dribble again, so that's a double dribble.
Wallenpaupack averaging 53 points per game. North Pocono's defense 47. Blanding trying to go one-on-one with Noah West.
Yeah, see, they made an adjustment. They took Gentile off and now put West on Blanding.
Holbert blocked by Cole West, out of bounds.
Yeah, you see, good strong drive there by Wallenpaupack and a good defense by West.
Back into Holbert, as I said, 6'4", tallest guy on the court. Misses that. Just about a minute to play in the first quarter. It's been all Wallenpaupack since the opening tip. They led 3-0 and have not looked back so far.
Sedita doing a good job that possession, taking Holbert a little deeper than he wanted to in the lane.
Two muscular boys going at it. A little power move inside for Sedita. He has 4. See if Wallenpaupack will play for the last shot of this first quarter.
We'll see they have the floor spread, 4 out. Everybody beyond the arc. Give you a chance to operate, maybe drive, take your man off the dribble and then kick it.
West guarding Kiesendahl now. Holbert against Sedita.
Well, now you're at the time you got to go for one. You went this long.
Landing trying to hit a cutting Kiesendahl. 4 seconds left, 4.7 to be exact. Opportunity for North Pocono.
They still have chance here. They still have time here.
Gentile's going to force it right up. No foul. He tripped. Then they're going to call a walk. The students wanted a foul, but I think he stepped on the other Wallenpaupack's toe, and it was like that.
I think that was a good no call.
Wallenpaupack has a 13-8 lead as we head in quarter number 2. Lackawanna. Always one of our favorite student sections when we come to North Pocono High School. Nice crowd here for the Trojan faithful on senior night. Looking to get a home game, possibly with a win. I'll have to jump Crestwood though. So right now they're trailing by 5 after a strong first quarter from Wallenpaupack.
You know, as we said in the open, should Pocono win this game, they would probably have to play Paupack again. Just a matter of how far they drop and who would be the home team.
Wallenpaupack trying to solidify that 3rd spot, and Noah West gets a nice friendly home roll.
Well, the 3rd spot will probably entertain Coach Semenz's Pittston area team, who is playing pretty well of late. They're at full strength now. That 5A bracket is Dallas is playing extremely well. You got Abington in there. You got these two teams, Crestwood. That's brutal.
Don't count on West either. They
can knock.
Well, they played some teams tough this year.
They're playing better at the end of the year also. Yep.
Kiesendahl from downtown, nail it for Drew Kiesendahl, his 4th 3 of the season.
And one thing about this Paupack team is they're not afraid to shoot at all those guys from beyond the arc.
Back to a 6-point lead. Sedita gets underneath, lays it up and in.
Good job by Noah West freeing him up with the back screen.
Sedita was 6. North Pocono trying to get a stop, get back in this one, now down 4.
Now, if you're Pocono with that rough start, you look up, you're only down 4, you feel okay.
Holbert, nice feed inside to Kiesendahl. Couldn't get it to go.
And when you play this kind of style, Bob, you can get back in the game quickly, North Pocono can.
Well, they're not a 3-point shooting team, just 71 on the year, so.
Yeah, when they get to the half court, they work on their execution more.
Gentile down the lane, blocked. Wallenpaupack came in with 91 3-pointers, so they are more apt to shoot from outside, as we've seen so far.
Yeah, Holbert thought about it.
He was thinking real hard. Holbert, one of the guys that wants to step up, who calibrates down along with Blanding. They're going to force it inside the Workman, and not sure about that pass. And an opportunity in North Pocono.
Yeah. Great job by Cole West coming over to help defense.
Blocked from behind by Blanding. Gentile will go to the line.
Gentile does a pretty good job at the foul line at 68% on the year.
Averaging 8.6 points per game and 15 against Delaware Valley in their first meeting.
Boy, a little unusual style there. You see him push the ball up the floor here. I might as well take it, but watch before he shoots his foul shot, he spreads his legs real wide. That gets you good balance. I like it.
I was gonna say it's all about balance, right?
Well, you know what Larry Bird used to say, when he wasn't shooting well, he'd check his feet and he'd widen his stance a little bit.
Number 10, Diego Adames, a 6'2 sophomore in for Wallenpaupack. Both teams probably go 6 deep at best. Yep,
6 for Pocono, probably 7 for Paupack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this time of year, or go over. An opportunity now for North Pocono to tie it or take the lead. This time of year, you're going to play your best and your bench is short, right?
Right, and it brings into the officiating crew more into it, because if you get in foul trouble, it gets a little nail biting.
Gentile with a crossover dribble, and he's fouled in the lane. He could tie it up with 2 free throws.
You like his aggressiveness. He takes the ball into the lane, draws the contact.
So Blanding picks up 2 quick ones there in the second quarter. Nope. They're going to change it to Santiago. 35, Jordan Santiago. So he is first.
Jimmy McGinnis had Mike McConnell's ear and said, "Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. That was on 35.
Gentile at the Wegmans free throw. Perfect so far tonight. Did I jinx him? I did not.
You did not?
And we are tied at 16. So a 6-0 run from North Pocono to get back in this one.
Yeah, no panic. No panic at all when they got down early.
Kiesendahl, no good. Adames fighting with Gentile. Goes over to the senior.
Again, they ran that double for a 3-point look for Kiesendahl. Just couldn't connect.
So now the Trojans could take their first lead of the night. Into the quarter. Gentile with the open stance, and he connects, and North Pocono has a 3-point lead.
Well, he looked like he opened his stance up a little bit on the shot there, too.
9-0 run from North Pocono, and they suddenly lead by 3 here midway through the second quarter.
Baskets not coming as easy as they were before for Paupack either.
Blanding fighting his way.
Well, the ball didn't go into Holbert there for quite some time, and that good things happen when it gets into his hands.
Holbert, when I saw them against West, had some difficulty with the fouls. He didn't play a lot against West Scranton. Much better tonight. Sedita with the left hand, and the senior gets a roll.
Holbert came a long way to try to block that, but he couldn't get to it. Great job by Sedita.
8 for that senior. And we'll have a foul against Adamas that should take us to our next timeout. Hey, North Pocono surged ahead by 3 midway through the second. We'll take a timeout on the floor. Hey, North Pocono surged ahead, Doug, 21-18, and a big 3 from that guy right there.
Well, he's hot. He made 4 foul shots, and then you see he get the feet spread and planted, and he knocks down to 3. Good run by, 11-2 run by North Pocono. Got him up 3.
3:32 left in the half. Bye-bye, Doug Walsh. Good game so far. Lackawanna League Division 2 matchup. Buckhorns won the division, but North Pocono trying to split the regular season matchup between the two teams. Last regular season game for both teams before playoffs start next week.
Well, you know that stat we had that you came up with earlier, that they've only won 1 of the last 4 or 5, Paupack. You know that's going to creep into the back of your mind.
1 and 4 of the last 5 against the Trojans. That was this year, that won. So they were 0-4 going into this season. Now Landon Calabrese, the leading scorer for Wallenpaupack, as we've been talking about, played in that game. He is out tonight with an injury. Gentile crossover. Great cut from Noah West, and he's going to be fouled.
Boy, you see Gentile, he had the ball, and he was waiting for Noah West to go back door. In fact, he even told him to go back door, and he got it to him, and he got him on the line.
Kevin Workman, second foul, 4th team foul of this quarter for Wallenpaupack. North Pocono has none.
Yeah, you see directing traffic there.
Frank Church into the game, a 5'10 junior, good 3-point shooter, 11 on the year. He's number 20 for Wallenpaupack. North Pocono has not gone to their bench yet. So 4-point lead for North Pocono. We're under 3 to play in the first quarter. First half. West just took it away from Santiago. 2 football players going at it.
And then you see Paupack actively getting the ball into Holbert and Blanding's hands to see if they can score. Shots just won't fall for Paupack.
Josh Staples, the junior, wanted the ball from the senior. He was open for a 3 and didn't get it.
And you see North Pocono in the old flex offense by Gary Williams way back in Boston College days.
No, West, probably an ill-advised shot. Holbert's going to push it. Kiesendahl sets and shoots back of the rim.
And you don't mind that shot if you're Paupack, in rhythm. Good job by Holbert getting to him on time, and just couldn't make it. That's all right, though. If you're Wallenpaupack, you'll take that shot.
9 losses this year from North Pocono, 6-6 in the division, but again, the 5A pretty wide open. Who can get to the final? Probably against Abington. Staples got it where he was before, and he said, I can hit the 3, and I hit my 30th of the season.
Well, Paupack can't find an answer for Pocono.
4 of the 5 starters have scored so far. Cole West is the only starter that's not for North Pocono. Santiago against Staples, muscles his way down, can't get the left-handed hook to go.
Yeah, good D by Holbert, knocked it away. Paupack seems to be relying on the 3 a little bit too much, I'd say, Bob, but the ball has to go inside a little bit more if Paupack's going to get into this.
They're going to fix the net down the other side. That's what that is. That was up a little bit, if you're wondering. Here's the...
Yeah, you see the drive, and good hands by Holbert went off. He clearly went off Gentile's knee.
And the referee on that side didn't see it behind him. He went to Al Munley for the call. Great eyes by the Scranton Central grad.
They tried to throw the lob to Holbert, Blanding did.
And he's going to call it block hoop in the harm for Cole West. That's one way to get on the board.
I'll notice too now, a good strong drive and the blocking call there. Coach McGinnis wants to know why. He's talking to Al Mundley about that.
So Cole West, a fantastic athlete. Can't wait to see him the next few years. 63% from the line. He had 23 the second time they played Delaware Valley. And suddenly it's a 10-point lead.
Well, Pocono's getting to the foul line an awful lot too. They're getting a lot of points from the foul line.
They trailed 13-8 after one. So it's a big second quarter for the home team. Under a minute to play. Holbert, and he's going to hoop in the harm. He'll go to the Wegmans free throw line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, you see they're definitely trying to get Holbert involved in the offense. Actively getting him the ball, and he's not giving it up. He's taking it to the basket.
Staples with the foul, and for the first time, Holbert goes to the line, 77% on the night. I should say he's 2 for 3 in the evening.
That was pretty smooth. That one looked good. Good form, good rotation.
Sure, Pat Shields will play for the last shot. It seems his style. It's a wide open shot. Good defense, man-to-man for Wallenpaupack in the purple.
And Paupack cannot afford to commit a foul because it's bonus.
Ooh, the junior Staples walks are an opportunity now to get into this lead before the half. A big one for some momentum for Wallenpaupack.
Great job by Frank Church stepping into the passing lane, caused that travel. That'll be interesting to see if North Pocono, they have 2 or 3 fouls to give should they choose to. Now, when you only go 5 or 6 deep, you got to be a little careful with that, but you'll see Blanding take it one-on-one, and maybe somebody spot up on the perimeter. He either goes all the way or finds somebody on the perimeter.
Holbert against Sedeta, and he's going to be called for a travel. Moved a couple. Holbert moved his opposite foot, I think, his plant foot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think he switched his pivot.
So 3.8 seconds again. Still time for North Pocono to get down and get a good shot off. Gentile last time, he just took it right down. He will. He gets a shot and just missed the layup. But a huge quarter for North Pocono. They lead by 7 at the break. Coming up, the Wegmans halftime report. Doug and I will be back with district standings and some highlights. So a 20-8 second quarter has North Pocono out by 7, 28-21 the score. And as I mentioned, last regular season game for these two, and for a couple teams in the Lackawanna League, they'll wrap everything up this week. So we're talking playoffs next week. We looked at them in pregame, but always good to look at them again. We saw Dallas beat Hazleton last week right here on my TV. We had Crestwood this year. We've seen Pittston. We've seen almost every 5A except West Scranton. Abington obviously way up top. And who they're going to play in the finals, I think, is still in doubt.
Well, 2 teams go from this area out of 5A. So to get to the second round, you'd like to stay out of that 4 or 5 spot because you got to go to Abington Heights, and that's dangerous. So if you're in the 2-3 slot, yeah, you got a better chance of making it to the States.
In 6A, I'm looking forward. I think if Scranton plays Wilkes-Barre, that's going to be a great game. But I'm telling you right now, like Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton, that's a coin flip in that game. I don't know who wins that game.
Absolutely, yeah. And Wilkes-Barre coming off the championship, they won that division down there. They're playing well all year, but Hazleton on any given night, they can knock you off, and Scranton's a solid team too. So that's those top 3 teams there, anybody can win that one.
Absolutely anybody can win. 4A tonight, Prep is playing Valley View, and they are the top 2 seeds. Prep has already beaten Valley View once this year, so maybe some extra points if they can win tonight's game. Wyoming area, you mentioned they're playing tonight. They're kind of the, I don't want to say the underdog, but the team looking inside out.
I saw them play against Pittston. They got a good squad down there. They play together well, and we're not going to sneak up on anybody now because they're playing for the championship down there. However, but they can knock any. Again, that's the same thing with the 5A. Any of those top 3 teams can win it.
Try to get you a Valley View score. 3A, Riverside's playing really, really well. Holy Redeemer, the defending champs, staying right in it. Mid-Valley, Carbondale, Forge. Riverside, Billy and I talked last week. They have the Rose brothers playing very good in the Division 3 of Lackawanna League.
Top to bottom, that one's probably the toughest. Those all the way down to Lakeland, they beat Holy Cross the other day. So anybody in that thing can knock the other team off. So that one's really up in the air there. There's Riverside, probably the best team on paper, but you never know.
Some teams are going to have to wait over a week to play, 10 days, just because of the way they have some tournaments, the way the regular season, and then before the postseason begins. That's never easy as we take a look at the 2A too.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a little rusty, you get a little stale a little bit with all that time off, and obviously in this one it's a two-man race.
Yeah.
You would think, but
Yep.
Blue Ridge is a pretty solid team. They're better than they normally are. Holy Cross can't take them lightly.
They cannot. So a great night of basketball. It's been a great couple of weeks of high school hoops here on MyTV WQMY and our Sinclair sister stations throughout the country. And as we always do at halftime, let's take a look at some highlights from around the country. And you might notice a couple things you're familiar with.
Here are the best high school hoops plays from across the country.
Already a 5-point lead for Scranton. Small. Wanted to walk, but there you see the talent of the freshman.
Quick hands with the steal and her control, her ball handling skills, great move there, and a finish at the basket.
There's an example of it there. Turnover, here comes Smurden. Left-handed layup is blocked by Kanai Snyder.
Davis to the short corner. Ifenon took a swipe at it. There's a block from the help side defender, Taylor Moore.
Okay, 1-1 gets some to the shooter. Will we make it 7? Knock it on. 7. Three-pointer. Let's
Steal by McQueen. The step up and under by Simmons, and somehow he gets that one to fall.
A lot better here in the second half.
Good hands by Nacito. Up the gumbo. Put the dog to Rooney. Michael Cumbo slams it down. We are back at the Wegmans halftime report. 28-21 the score. North Pocono, the home team, with a big second quarter. Bob Doug Walsh. We are high above the court here at North Pocono. A pretty good game. It was all Wallenpaupack the first quarter, all North Pocono the second.
Yeah, Wallenpaupack doing a real good job in the first quarter, spacing North Pocono out on the defensive end. Pocono wasn't spaced on their end. They flipped the script in the second quarter. North Pocono's defense is much better in the second quarter, and they've gotten to the foul line. They've gotten to the foul line 12 times. 2 out of 3 for Wallenpaupack. So especially on the road, you got to get to the foul line, and Paupack's not doing that.
Both teams with balanced scoring so far. We expected from North Pocono. Maybe not expecting it from Wallenpaupack missing their best player, but that's helped them in this game.
Now they're trying to figure out how to get some points in Calabresi's absence. They're featuring Holbert a little bit. They're trying to feature Blanding a little bit, but some other guys are taking a lot of threes too. So they may be relying a little bit too much on the three. They may want to get the ball into the post to Holbert once in a while a little bit more, but they'll get it figured out at halftime.
Well, let's take a look at some highlights from our man J.J. Walsh in the booth, and Blanding in the lane for Wallenpaupack, and Wortman came out hot as well.
Yeah, Wortman hit those 2 early ones, and then they got a little tighter on them, and the defense, and as we said before, they're much better in the second quarter for North Pocono. You see now that's just too strong. Blanding can take Gentile anytime he wants, but then they made an adjustment. They took Gentile off Blanding, and that kind of shut him down. And you see Holbert there with a strong and one. And this guy's got good. He's good with both hands. Sedita. That's a little bit tough to stop right there.
When we come back, we'll have the second half tip here on MyTV WQMY. And we are ready to get ready for the third quarter. Wallenpaupack will get the ball. They are in their purple uniforms with the white trim. North Pocono in the white with the red trim.
It'll be interesting to see how Paupack starts out this third quarter, see if they're a bit more aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Blanding, Santiago, Kiesendahl, Wortman, and Holbert. Santiago with a big board, can't get it to go underneath the basket. Here come the Trojans back the other way. Sedeta Up and under. Gets the roll.
Well, that's quite a swing on the first possession. Santiago comes up with the offensive rebound and misses the chippy, and then they get down the other end and extend the lead.
Largest lead of the night for North Pocono. Sedata with 10, and well, offensive foul underneath.
Yeah, they're going to get Kiesendahl. Yeah, the arm came out on the screen.
There you see Sedata bounce in. Now here comes Gentile, who had a big third quarter, 7 points for him, a big 3 to give North Pocono their first lead of the night.
North Pocono running the old UCLA offense from way back when, John Wooden days. It's still effective. Any offense you run, it works if you execute it.
So the big run continues for North Pocono. 24-8 is the run still.
First 2 possessions, Blanding with 2 3-point attempts.
Teal gets to the floor. They're going to call a foul on the Buckhorns, and it will go.
They're going to get a trip. Yeah, it looks like Kiesendahl. Yeah, he's got to come out. Here comes Church to replace him with the 3 fouls.
What's changed for the Trojans since that first quarter?
Yeah, well, first of all, the defense is much better, and their spacing on the offensive end, you saw it there, is a lot better, and their screening better too. So they tightened things up on the offensive end in the second quarter, from the second quarter on.
Wallenpaupack still scoreless here in the third. Blanding forcing his way in, taken away. Here comes Gentile, doesn't have numbers. Slow it down and set up the Trojan offense. Now up 13 in this one.
Yeah, the points have been tough to come by for Paupack.
Well, again, you go to your main guy who's on the bench hurt, Calabrese. It's like, who wants it?
Yeah, and you know, they're still not used to playing without him.
Staples no good. Blanding and Holber, I think, will try to take the match. Blocked by Staples. He got up. They'll run west to west. Blocked from behind by Adamas.
I think all's fair in love and war there, because West may have gotten away with the walk.
And Blanding, the hoop and the harm. He'll go to the line to complete the 3-point play.
That's a good sequence for Paupack, because they could have very easily gone down 12 or 14 and then flip the script and come back the other way.
Blanding can't complete that. He has 8 on the night. Buckhorns need some stops to get back in this one on the defensive side. Gentile forcing it. West in the paint. And the left hand from the freshman.
Well, you got to credit Max Gentile. Too many guys went to help. He beat his man off the dribble, drew too many guys to help, and then he found the open man.
Important game for points. I think more important for Wallenpaupack at this point, as Wertman can't get it to go. Don't you think? I mean, it's who wants a home. You'll get a home game most likely if you win this game, and that's important in the district playoffs.
Yeah, you may see these two teams
play each other
right back at it right here again next in 10 days or so.
So Cole West forcing the issue, will be rewarded at the line.
Strong move there by the freshman.
Jim McGinnis wants to call a timeout with his team trailing by 13. 4:26 left in this quarter. There's what Wallenpaupack has done the last few games for the playoffs. Again, the loss of Abington on the bottom, that's their latest one. And I think the biggest thing about Division I and II is it seems Division I always dominates Division II. I mean, the only teams, both teams have beaten West. They've lost to everybody else in Division I.
Yeah, that division's a little bit stronger. And in Division II, as we were talking about before the game, almost every game you get with outside of Western Wayne, but Honesdale, DV, these two teams, every night is a brawl, a backyard brawl.
More proximity, they're closer to one another.
Yeah, there's more balance too, in this division.
Now next year they're going to go 3 divisions, I'm told, and North Pocono and Wallenpaupack will play in Division I, and as will Delaware Valley. Honesdale will stay in Division II, and they'll move up like Division III will become Division II, and most of the northern tier teams will play in Division III. So that, for Wallenpaupack and North Pocono, the games get harder. You have to play teams twice now.
Yeah, and Paupack has to travel the furthest almost every night.
Well, Del Val, too.
Yeah.
So Cole West hit those, couple buckets, and he has 9 on the night. Nice job by Holbert.
Yeah, they posted him up off the inbounds. Blanding is trying to post him up. He sees, it wasn't Blanding, I'm sorry. It was Wortman took the ball at that time, and then you see Staples comes over with the hack.
2 for 3 on the night from the Wegmans free throw line. Batsfitter free throw line.
Well, as you said, Bob, Wallenpaupack has to get some stops. You can't trade baskets much longer.
Noah West taken away by Wortman. Noah West is still down. Got hit in the groin area. So he remains, got a knee. And we'll take a media timeout as well. 12-point lead for the Trojans. When we come back, we'll see if they can complete this one here in the third quarter. North Pocono up by 12 now. Noah West, who was hurt, will remain on the bench. Evan Wolf will replace him in the lineup. He's a 6'2 sophomore. 12-point lead for North Pocono. Wallenpaupack's trying to get back into it. Opportunity here, of course, with possession.
Now you see Evan Wolf coming into the ball game. He's only a sophomore, as you said. His dad is a longtime football coach at Western Wayne. Excellent job, and he's gotten back into the refereeing bracket again, too.
A little bit, yeah. Assistant here at North Pocono for football. Holbert, downtown, no good. Haven't seen Randy yet tonight.
Yeah, I was talking to him before the game. He's down there on the right-hand side, yeah. Evan plays a lot in the JV game.
Yes. So Gentile set it up. Give and go underneath. Block Cole West, but Sadida's Johnny on the spot.
Unfortunate for Paupack. Good job by Holbert with the block, and just fell right into Sadida's hands.
So it's already, they already hit the 40-point mark. Blanding powers his way underneath. And you thought it was going to be a little more high scoring the last time.
Well, this gets, if you score, you can get into your pressure, you get into your press.
Holbert with the block. Double teamed underneath, gets it out. They have an advantage. Wortman can't get it. Hit 2 early ones. Hasn't hit them lately.
Well, that's okay. If you're Paupack, you want that. Good defense by Holbert. Got him out in transition.
And Pat Shields going to call a 30-second timeout. 2:49 remaining in this third quarter.
Really?
Here's what North Pocono has done the last 10 games. West Scranton the latest. Again, the win. Lost to Valley View, Abington, and Scranton. And that last loss to Wallenpaupack. And 9 losses on the year. Tough preseason schedule as well.
Yeah, all those losses too. Though, you see Paupack, Scranton, Valley View, Abington Heights. They're all some of the better teams in the area. So North Pocono is they're a pretty good team, even though they've got those 9 losses.
They've had success against this Wallenpaupack team. I mentioned 1-4 in the last 5. North Pocono won twice in 2023, and then in the 2022 playoffs.
A little half-court 1-3-1 now by Paupack coming out of that timeout.
Staples little pump fake right into Holbert's hands. Nope, knocked away.
I think his own man knocked it away from him. He didn't know Blanding was there, and he tried to dribble it. It went off Blanding.
Gentile, nice look to Cole West, and he'll be fouled. Holbert says, not me, right?
I think it's on Wortman.
It is on Wortman, but.
Well, you know, if you're Paupack, you don't mind that. It's a good foul because now you make him make the two. Don't give him an easy two. Now you put him on the line and make him make the foul shots.
Cole perfect on the night as I jinx him.
Yeah, so it turns out if you're Paupack, it's a good foul by Wortman.
4 team fouls on Wallenpaupack, 2 on North Pocono. And Cole West from the line. 63% on the year. He had 23 against Delaware Valley, as I mentioned before, in the second meeting.
Pocono still straight man-to-man.
11-point lead. Blanding. It's had a lot of success taking it to the rack.
Now he feels that nobody can stop him off the dribble.
Here comes the Buckhorn. Blanding again. Wortman this time pump faked it. Should stay with the Buckhorns, and it does with 1:50 left in this third quarter.
Wallenpaupack forced to play North Pocono's tempo. They've got to push it up the floor down 11.
And Holbert's going to earn some at the free throw line.
Paupack doing a good job on the inbounds place. They actively look for Jake Holbert, and they get it to him almost every time.
There's Coach McGinnis, 6th season, here with his alma mater. Holbert to the line. 3 for 4. It's this one. So clock is stopped. You want to get some points, and you do. They'll get it under 10, hopefully, if he can make this one.
Now, when you're on the road, especially, you have to assume that the home team's going to shoot more fouls than you do. So you've got to try to get to the line as much as you can for the visiting team.
Holbert hits 2 there, and it is a 9-point lead. So they battle the way back a little bit.
Well, again,
Santiago let me call with the hold.
Paupack into that pressure. And what they talked about in that timeout, Coach Shields was talking about how are we going to deal with this pressure. I was always of the mindset that if a team is pressing you and they're gambling, you got to make them pay for the gamble. You got to attack after that ball comes across the timeline.
Bonus for Wallenpaupack, or excuse me, North Pocono, as Wallenpaupack has hit the 5 mark. Cole West can't make that one. 3 fouls for North Pocono in this quarter. Again, it resets after the quarter, but it is a 2-shot bonus, and Cole hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, a little less pressure. There's no more 1+1s. Everything's a 2-shot foul.
You like that gives the advantage to the other team. That's what made it interesting to me, anyway. Holbert falls down, loses the ball, just slipped on the floor. Gentile set things up. He'll be guarded by Adamas into the game. Under 90 seconds to play.
Very good to see West back in the ball. Noah West back into the ball game. It looks like he's okay.
Inside to Cole. Cole underneath. Nice body control from the freshman.
Boy, the offensive possessions for Pocono are gotten a lot smoother, a lot more crisp in the last 2 quarters.
3-pointers aren't falling down at the rate Wallenpaupack would like. Staples from downtown, no good. Into Blanding's hand. 3 on 2. Adamas lost it.
And they got numbers the other way.
And Cole West, they're going to get Santiago from behind. Not a good foul from Santiago at all.
Boy, he made a good play to get that ball off the glass and get Wallenpaupack out in transition, but I think if he had to do it all over again, he might have just let him go.
Santiago's third, but more important, Cole West didn't score till the second quarter, but in this third and fourth quarter,
He's making a living at the foul line.
he has 12 points.
You see, that's what makes North Pocono so tough. They got so many weapons. You can't. There's not one guy you can key on because they can all get you 8, 10, 12 a game.
Yeah,
Tough to defend.
6-0 run. Suddenly they're back up 15. Wallenpaupack had it within 9. Landing block. Oh, they're going to get a foul. Cole West thought he had all ball. Instead, Landing will go to the line.
Yeah. Cole West didn't think so.
So Blanding to the charity stripe for 2 free throws.
Now he and Holbert are the 2 best foul shooters in Division II.
Hits both with confidence. 10 seconds, still time for North Pocono. West is going to force it, cut off. Gentile has to get it up. He does not, and that will end the third. So North Pocono continues to lead Wallenpaupack after 3. Can the Buckhorns get back into it? We'll find out as quarter number 4 gets underway. Here's tonight's Scholar Athlete, brought to you by the Figure Law Firm. Kaylee Whiteford, a softball and soccer player here at North Pocono. Her average over 103 points. She's headed to Elizabethtown. She wants to major in biochemistry in college. She plays, I said, soccer and softball. It's very involved into the community in the Interact Club. Kaylee Whiteford, our Figure Law Firm, Scholar Athlete. She'll now have a chance, along with the Wallenpaupack Scholar Athlete, for a $1,000 scholarship at the end of the season. So as we begin quarter number 4, Bob I, Doug Walsh. Doug, Wallenpaupack got to get back into it. What do they have to do?
1-3-1 zone. They try to keep the ball out of the paint, out of the middle.
They have to force some turnovers and hope North Pocono starts missing some shots.
Just give them a different look.
Data. Cole West had a big third quarter. So they had a little floater, no good.
Yep, as you said, they're going to have to. Paupack's going to have to get some stops. You put a number in your guy's head, so they're, if you'd say maybe something like 56, 57, and if you hold them to 56, 57, you may have a chance.
A foul, I think, Kiesendahl on the floor as he was reaching up for the ball, the bouncing ball. And we'll go over to North Pocono. Here we go. Foul the bouncing ball.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Kiesendahl, he's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And he picks up his 4th foul.
Yeah, he's having a tough night with the fouls. He can't get going.
And Wallenpaupack led after 1, 13-8, but ever since then, North Pocono surged ahead. 15 was the largest lead here tonight. Trying to even up the regular season meetings between the 2 Division II schools.
Well, for Paupack, the first 2 possessions, you stopped North Pocono, but when you get down this end, you got to capitalize on it.
Absolutely.
And you can't get it all back at one time, too. You got to just run your offense and be patient, get good shots.
Holbert with 10 points. As Sedita.
Yeah, I got to get Wortman with it.
Wortman now with 4 fouls, too. Here you see it. Just going for the ball, trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, good hard play.
Second team foul of the 4th quarter. He has 4. So a couple guys from the Buckhorns in trouble from a foul standpoint.
Well, this possession, Paupack forced to play man-to-man.
Landing has a foul, and they're going to get Holbert.
Boy, Max Gentile sees the play develop before it happens. A beautiful pass. You see that he told, with his eyes, he told Sedita to cut back behind his defender, and he put it right in the money, the pass.
Diego Adamas, number 10, back into the game for the Buckhorns. 2 shots for Sedita. His first time at the free throw line tonight. 60% on the year from the Bath Fitter free throw line. And Sedita had 21 points for a high this year against Western Wayne. That was their second meeting. And he connects on 2. Pretty good foul shooter himself. So back up to that 15-point lead. Blanding, no good. Staples pulls it down for the Trojans.
Boy, he had an easy lefty layup. He chose to go underneath with the right hand.
Holbert over the top, going to try. Cole West trying to post him up.
Yeah, Mike McConnell said he had his left hand on him, holding him.
So that's Holbert's third, 2. 2 guys with 4 and a guy with 3 for Wallenpaupack, and that's their 4th-team foul. And Sedita gets in, and both Wallenpaupack players knew it was hit out on them. They both tried to bounce it back in.
Boy, great job by Cole West fouling that up, and he had no business getting that rebound, but he kept it alive, and Paupack knocked it out of bounds.
Nice pass inside. Staples wanted the foul, but Sedita, he'll get the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line to earn 2.
Really good defense by Adamas that time with the block, but right back into North Pocono's hands. And you see Sedita with the strong move.
So Kizano fouls out. Santiago back in for Wallenpaupack.
Yeah. Tough night for Kiesendahl.
Somehow they have to find a way to play better offense without Calabrese. It's obvious. It struggled against West, almost lost that game. You go to Abington, that's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
But to have an opportunity in the district playoffs where you might have to meet, North Pocono again or Dallas, you need to score.
Well, you take your leading scorer off any team, and you're going to struggle to find
Holbert
some
down
points.
the lane, he gets the left-handed layup.
That's the guy that I think he's going to have to try to pick up the slack a little bit more, is Holbert, and he's trying to. He's taking an awful lot of shots tonight.
Nice pass from Adamas on the feed for the assist.
And the foul trouble forces Paupack to play a little zone now too.
Guys have to watch on the floor. They don't want. You don't want Holbert fouling out. Nice up and under from the freshman. He does not play like a freshman. We saw him on the football field as well do that.
And I'm talking to Coach Shields and Sedita before the game. I said, what's the game plan? And Sedita said, we're just going to play together. That's all we're going to do is play together. They're doing a real good job playing good team basketball today.
Holbert has the last 5 points for the Buckhorns. Teal's just going to play a keep away, make them foul or something.
Yeah, it's a little easy. It's just a little too early to put the ball in the ice box, but they're just going to work and work and work until they get a good one or until they get to the foul line.
And if this is Holbert, that could be 4 on him. It is. So he's your leading scorer. He's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, good patience by North Pocono. Got what they wanted.
Staples, 4 points coming in. 1 for 3 from the back to their free throw line. Hits the back of the rim and going to go back the other way. They're going to get a foul, I believe, on Cole West.
Fortunate for Paupack, they called a foul there because Cole West was coming up with that rebound. Another possession for Pocono.
Blanding just going to force the drive. Foul on the floor, no shot.
Yeah, looks like they got Staples with the foul right there on the floor, so they'll take it out underneath.
Staples third. Holbert. Blanding. Jump ball. So you can see Holbert and Blanding, they're the most aggressive for Wallenpaupack.
Yeah, I think that's by design. Yeah, Coach McGinnis told him. See, every out of bounds play goes right into Holbert too. Yeah, they're the guys that have to score and shoot the most. That's for sure.
Well, the two leading scorers that are on the floor, you figure they're going to be the most aggressive. Wordman started out real well, 2 threes, and you thought he would contribute, but then he went cold.
Well, that's the thing about this skill. Good pick there by Blanding.
Little push from Blanding to get Gentile out of the way. And we're going to be I think a timeout. We'll stay. 30-second timeout. So we'll stay.
Yeah, Coach McGinnis wants to talk things over after that defensive stop there. But I started to say that the defense is forcing, North Pocono's defense is forcing the two guys to shoot it in Holbert and Blanding. And on the flip side, everybody on North Pocono is getting involved in the offense, which is tougher to defend for Pocono.
16 for Blanding. We'll take a few weeks off and get into March. We'll have first round of state playoffs. Looking at March 8th, tentatively 7:30, but we'll see what game we pick up in the first round of states. Good luck to all these teams in districts as well. So the media timeout will come on the next dead ball, as long as the coach doesn't call a timeout, and it is a full court press from Wallenpaupack. Nice job by Staples to break it, and it'll be goaltending.
Yeah. Good job by Pocono. They recognized the pressure was coming and they attacked. Yeah, credit Staples with the basket out of the goaltend.
On the floor.
Yeah, looks like they're going to get a held ball.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see the ball loose on the floor. Toughness of Cole West.
Our timeout, 56-41 is the score. We'll take a break. 3:36 left in this game. Paupack trying to get back into it the best they can. It's a red out here at North Pocono, final regular season home game. They could get a playoff game here, or maybe against Wallenpaupack next time. So, but nice student section. I always love the student section.
Yeah, they
here.
always have a good crowd of students. And they're always respectful too. They always do a good job.
We'll see a full court pressure, I'm sure, from Wallenpaupack, the Division II champs.
Now with 3:36 to go, too, Bob, every foul Wallenpaupack commits is 2 shots for North Pocono. So we'll see how they play it out.
A lot of hands there by Adamas. And that's how they're gonna. I think that's the strategy.
Yeah, that was he was definitely trying to foul him. In fact, he thought he fouled him. He wanted the call. He looked at the ref and said, "I'm trying to foul him."
Yeah, well, Adamas and Church are into the game. They didn't play a lot tonight, so they have fouls to give.
Absolutely.
Holbert does not. Blanding does not.
Right. So you probably see those 2 guys commit the rest of the fouls for the next couple of minutes.
Yes, I saw Coach McGinnis looking at who we foul, and Noah West is actually one of the worst on the team, just at 54%. They fouled the right guy, but he hits the first one.
Yeah, they're a middle of the road foul shooting team, you'd say, North Pocono, but at home you're probably a little bit better.
Yeah, 63% as a team. He hits 2, so Holbert trying to just get him back, 2 for 3s. They hit 2, we hit 1 3, but he couldn't get that one to go down. Let's see now, another foul by Adamas. And we're going to slow this pace of the game down.
Yeah, I hope you don't have to go anywhere because it's going to be some foul shots.
Yeah, it is. The snow's not going to start till later, so and they changed the forecast 16 times, so we're good. The strategy is foul Noah West. He's going to rack up the points if he keeps hitting these free throws. He has 9 right now.
It seems that North Pocono played a little bit more loose tonight, didn't they? And Paupack was a little tighter.
Well, I think that goes back not having your best player.
Yeah,
on the floor.
they're a little out of sync. Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let him go down the lane and don't foul. Just keep the clock going. Blanding again, 18 for him, junior.
Yeah. North Pocono instructed, do not foul, especially somebody in the act of shooting.
So now Sedita will go to the line for 2. And they're going to get, I think, Church. Yeah, they do.
Well, as long as Paupack goes down the other end and scores, the foul game will continue.
14 for Sedita. He's missed his last 3 free throws.
If you're Pocono, you'll take that 1 out of 2.
Landing just going to go underneath, and they're going to get a foul on North Pocono.
Yeah, you see that guy right there. He's going to take a ball to the basket every time he gets it now for the last 3 minutes. Here.
Absolutely, and Noah West with the foul, his 3rd. Landing, 19 for him. He had 24 against Delaware Valley in their first meeting, 9 3-pointers. So he can shoot the threes. Pocono breaks the press. Staples will pull it down. Under about 2.5 left in this game.
Adamas again with the foul.
And strategy, foul Noah West.
Well, stranger things have happened. A 15-point game with about 2.5 to go.
Well, Noah's connected on his last 4.
Well, you know, too, Bob, even if you're not a great foul shooter, you're suspect. If you keep getting there in a game, you kind of feel more comfortable.
11 points for Noah. He could catch up to his brother just from the free throw line. Cole has 15. He's hit his last 6, so he's got 12. I would just drive if I'm Wallenpaupack.
Yeah.
2 North Pocono. Oh, went off of Santiago's leg.
Yeah, you see the frustrated look there on the Blanding, helping his teammate up. Looked up at the clock and the scoreboard.
Cole West, take the layup. Adding to his stats tonight, 17 for the freshman.
I think now if you're Wallenpaupack, you might just play it straight and not foul anymore.
He's going to play it out. No players at the table.
Yeah.
Holbert. Well, this is the last regular season game. It's only fair to the freshmen, or the seniors, I should say, to play out. Sedita fouled.
A good hard foul, good sportsmanship there too by Frank Church to help him up. And you see when they press, as we said before, you got to attack. A lot of foul shots by North Pocono today.
Yeah, I could count them up. I'd be here.
There's quite a few.
20 minutes. Well, against West, I think they were 19 for 31 from the free throw line.
Yeah. They're probably shot.
They're pretty close to that
yeah,
tonight.
they probably shot 25 tonight.
And Sedita gets 1 of 2. 16 for him, and the clock stops again.
Coach Seals looking like, no, we don't want to foul anybody here. Yeah, they're not in the bonus yet. Yeah, so
they're
they got
not in the
one
bonus.
more.
They have 1 more.
Yeah, 1 more to give, or 1 more will get them in the bonus.
That's 2 fouls on Sedita. Landing. Can't get it to go. 90 seconds left in this one. So looks like North Pocono will split the regular season with Wallenpaupack. and we'll have to see how it plays out. Crestwood did not play. They're done with their season. Dallas is playing Valley West tonight, and they're the favorites. So does North Pocono jump Crestwood? And does Wallenpaupack fall? And you mentioned they might have to play again next week.
Yeah, they could. And interesting that West is pretty much guaranteed they're going to have to go to Dallas. And remember last year, West went down there and upset them pretty good, so don't think that's not in the back of Dallas's mind. And they're playing pretty well. Coach Balinski's got them playing pretty well at the end of the season. And they got into that playoff, too, by beating Hazleton the other night, that four-team playoff down there they have in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
That does not count for points there. That's just an extra that kind of exhibition type thing.
I kind of like that down there. There's a little time in between. Some teams will still get to play a game. A little tougher to do up in the Lackawanna League though with the 4 divisions.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year with the 3 they can. Do that.
3 winners and a wild card maybe or something.
Coley Goldman into the game, a senior, number 13 for Wallenpaupack, as is Gannon Decker, another senior.
A good job by Coach McGinnis getting him seniors some playing time here. This one's pretty much decided.
Yeah, under a minute to play. Timeout for Pat Shields. That is a good timeout to get a round of applause for his seniors here on senior night. As they'll go to the bench, North Pocono. They'll improve to 13-9 on the year. Wallenpaupack falls to 14-8. Both teams headed to the district playoffs, but not what the seeding was coming into tonight, most likely.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for Wallenpaupack. You play the whole year with your team, and then you take the leading scorer in the division off your squad. It's a little tough for Coach McGinnis to.
Well, if he wasn't injured, he could play tonight. It's just the district. He is injured. He's been injured the last 3 or 4 games.
I think he's got concussion protocol, I do believe. He hit his head in the Honesdale game a few games back.
So we roll out the last 46 seconds.
I'll see if one of these guys can get into the scoring column. Although they may be instructed not to shoot. It's kind of like rubbing it in if you try to score, but I always thought when you get these guys in the game, let's play. Why not, right? Yeah.
Well, they played a JV game. North Pocono won that one. And Wallenpaupack gave quite a fight in the second half.
Yeah, they're in the delay offense.
So one of our players of the game after it, Cole West, the freshman, and Matt Sedata, the senior. I have Cole West for 17 and 16 for the Sedata. So we'll get them on the floor, thinking about their thoughts on tonight's win and as they head into the district playoffs. And then Doug and I will wrap things up. Well, it was a strong 3 quarters for North Pocono, and they surge ahead, and they win this game by 20. The final score is 67-47. We'll have our players of the game and wrap things up on the other side. Big win for the Trojans. So in the final regular season game here at North Pocono on senior night, a huge win for the Trojans. They come back to defeat Wallenpaupack by 20 points, 67-47. Cole West, big second half for you. Freshman playing like a senior. What was the difference in the game tonight in the 3 quarters that you outplayed Wallenpaupack?
Well, first, it's a big win we had there. I mean, they're a really good team, so that's going to help us for playoff seeding. But we just started playing better second, third, fourth quarter, and we just took it to them.
You guys always seem to, not have the height. You have Colbert in there, 6'4". What is it about you guys that really makes you tough?
They have the taller guys, but we play with so much more heart than everybody else. I mean, all 5 of us, we can guard anybody.
What's it like playing with your brother?
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's really nice.
We saw you guys in football. What's it like when you guys get a fast break with each other? I mean, your dad must be happy.
He's probably smiling all the time. It's awesome, though. It's really cool.
Okay, let's bring in the senior Matt on senior night. A big win for you, but let's talk about this freshman. He's really helped you guys this year.
Oh, yes, sir. He came in beginning of the season. We all knew he was something, but we never knew he was this good. He's going to have a next good 3 years to come, and hopefully we showed him the way for him to lead the team.
What was the difference from the first quarter on, the second quarter on, that propelled you guys to the win?
Absolutely. The 3 seniors in the huddle after the first quarter, we were down. We communicated, took leadership, pointed guys out, took responsibility, and we followed through.
Now, there's a chance you might play them again in the first round of the playoffs. We don't know. You have to see how things play out. But how do you guys now approach the playoffs? You have a little bit of time off.
Obviously, take a rest day, bring it back starting this week with some energy. Look forward to next weekend. We'll get after it.
North Pocono could knock some people off. Congratulations to these guys in the District 2 playoffs in 5A. We'll bring Doug in now to wrap things up, Doug. And boy, this could be a tough team the rest of the way.
Well, they're playing well now. This is where you want to play well. The best, at the end of the year, you want to be playing your best ball. And certainly they're playing well, and those 2 guys have a lot to do with it.
They mentioned you could be tough. They have to, who they're going to play is still yet to be determined. Wallenpaupack, though, they got to find a way to play without their leading scorer, Landon Calabrese.
Yeah, you can see that they're a little out of sorts. They're a little out of sync. It's unfortunate for them, but nobody's going to feel sorry for you at this time of the year. So this team here in North Pocono, they're playing well right now. They can knock anybody off.
Matt mentioned how they, after that first quarter, it was all seniors. There was a different team in the second quarter.
I'm glad you asked him that question because we were talking about it. We wanted to know what happened between the first and the second quarter. And as they said, the seniors took leadership, they took responsibility, and they got after it pretty good the second, third, fourth quarter.
Yeah, kind of surprised by a 20-point win, but a big win for the Trojans over the Buckhorns. Doug, thanks for joining us again for the entire Fox 56 sports crew. Our next game will be March 8th, first round of the state playoffs, yet to be determined. Good luck to all the teams headed to the district playoffs, girls and boys, District 4, 11, and District 2. For the entire Fox 56 sports team, for Doug Walsh, this is Bob Ide saying so long from Covington Township. Big win for the Trojans tonight over Wallenpaupack.
You're watching Bathfitter High School Hoops, presented by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships, only on MyTV WQMY.